What's happening, my fellow geeks and geekettes? Welcome to a brand new episode of Cosplay Chris, and today it's going to be a quick little spoiler-free review for Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. I had a preview screening here in Sydney last night, so again, this is going to be spoiler-free, just my quick little thoughts. So, going into this movie, I was a little bit worried, a little bit hasty. How are they going to top this? How are they going to do this without the wonderful Chadwick Boseman, who tragically passed away in 2020. Now, obviously they do acknowledge this in the storyline, and it is a big part of the storyline. A big part of this storyline is grieving, especially for Angela Bassett's character and Letitia Wright's character. Obviously, they're the initial family of T'Challa, and it's interesting the way it has been written for their characters. One takes the spiritual route, one takes the scientific route, and it's just their ways of dealing and coping with the grief and the loss of their son and brother. But the main premise of the film, there is a new threat that emerges from the waters that is threatening Wakanda and also their vibranium. And that's as vague as I can be about the story. Again, spoiler free. Now, my overall thoughts on the film, I enjoyed it. I just feel like there was something missing, and I know it's because of Chadwick, and I know that's very selfish, and I know I really should look at it with a much wider lens. But again, overall, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I just felt like there was too much going on, and they were trying to do too much at the same time, and it kind of lost me for a bit. The runtime is 2 hours and 40 minutes, and I think it is way too long. They could have shaved off, say, 15 to 20 minutes. There's a lot of location hopping in this film, and I think it was very unnecessary. I can only imagine the damage control that had gone down when Chadwick unfortunately passed away with Ryan Coogler and the story. I'm assuming there was a script written, ready to go whilst Chadwick was still with us. But with the final cut of this film, it feels like there were several scripts going on. I was getting big Avatar vibes, Power Rangers vibes. You're probably looking at me and thinking, Power Rangers? When you see the film, trust me. Now, this unknown species that comes from the depths of the water is ruled by Namor, who I think was a brilliant character slash villain, and he wasn't even a villain, so to say. His motives made total and utter sense, and I actually felt for the guy. I was really banking on him being an interesting villain, and him having a motive, but a motive that I understood and thought, yeah, I get why you're doing what you're doing. And I did. The standout performance, Angela Bassett. Holy shit, she is a beast in this film. There's one particular scene where she has to deliver a powerful monologue. I was getting chills. The speakers were rumbling from her voice. That's how much passion she was putting into this monologue. The costumes, as always, like the previous Black Panther, are just absolutely gorgeous, stunning to look at. The designs are amazing. I think the biggest standout was the score. The score was giving me Hereditary vibes, if that makes sense. Kind of jarring, off-putting, and just taking you completely by surprise. Haunting, but at the same time being triumphantly epic. So different, but so well done. Now, during the middle of the film, I think that's where it really slows down, and that's when you can really feel the runtime. The third act is fast-paced, it gets going, that's where the action really hits hard. I think overall, I just wasn't ready for a world without T'Challa, and again, that's just been very selfish and very narrow-minded, but I just still think there is a bit of a void with this film, because to me, Chadwick carried the first Black Panther, and he carried a lot of the other Marvel films that he was in just because of his presence. And don't get me wrong, he is honored so beautifully in this film. And you've got to commend Ryan Coogler, the cast, the crew, the writers for doing what they've done and just continued on given the absolute tragic circumstances. It's a damn good effort regardless. Again, there was just a lot going on. I was getting massive Avatar vibes, Aquaman vibes, Power Ranger vibes. It seemed as if there was a bit of a mixed bag. There was like multiple scripts into one script. But regardless, it's a fucking entertaining film. Costumes are on point, the acting's on point. Angela Bassett is an absolute beast. The score is a movie character in itself. Absolutely beautiful, like I said. Hauntingly amazing, but at the same time, triumphantly epic in a superhero kind of way. If you can hit each end of those spectrums, you're a damn good composer. You also have a villain that makes you think and kind of empathize for, and for a villain, that's a big deal. That's good writing. So Geeks and Geekettes overall, I had a pretty good time with Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. For me, there is a void, and that's just personal reasons for me. I just think Chadwick was just an amazing human being, and his presence is definitely missing this, even though he is honored in a very beautiful way. It's still a very entertaining film. The runtime definitely could have been shaved down, but regardless of that, I'm going to be giving Black Panther: Wakanda Forever 3.5 geeks out of 5. So guys, when you've seen Black Panther Wakanda Forever, drop a comment below and let me know your thoughts. Was it everything you wanted it to be, or you just weren't feeling it? Guys, wherever you are in the world, please have yourselves an absolute cracker of a day. I hope you will. Hope you're happy. Be merry, be silly. And until next time, geeks, please always remember, cosplayers do it best. My hair look like a chicken.